Man who stole more than $23 million in YouTube music royalties scam faces 70-month prison sentence. This is a wild story of two individuals who completely gamed the YouTube monetization system for over $20 million, and a lot of people are very upset with the light sentence they got as punishment, and we'll get to some of those reactions in a minute, but first, here's how they did it. Jose Terran of Arizona and Webster Batista of Florida were accused of stealing royalties from YouTube by claiming to own the rights to over 50,000 unmonetized Spanish language songs and uploading them to the platform. In some instances, forged notes from the artists in question were used to claim the pair managed the music rights. Now, we're not talking about small little songs where they're making a buck here or there. One of their listings is currently at 856 million views, and they earned over $100,000 just from this one piece. The TechSpot article continues, the money was collected through MediaMov, a firm set up by the defendants. It became a trusted YouTube Content ID member through a third-party company referred to by its initials AR. At one point, 5 to 8 people were working for MediaMov using specialist software to find unmonetized music that would be added to the catalog. So these people literally set up a firm and hired employees, all based around this scam. A common theme with these kinds of people is that they always push the limit. They could have closed up shop sooner and maybe gotten away with this, but they got greedy and they wanted more and more until finally they got busted. Remember, YouTube is owned by Google, the most powerful internet company in the world, and these guys were trying to scam them in broad daylight. Some of the ill-gotten gains were used to buy a $550,000 mansion, $129,000 went on Teslas, $93,000 to buy a BMW hybrid, and $62,000 on jewelry. So they weren't exactly living frugally. Their new lavish lifestyle started to get the attention of others in the industry, and unfortunately for them, another entity that became interested was the IRS. They investigated, and the whole thing fell apart. They were indicted on 30 counts of conspiracy, wire fraud, money laundering, and aggravated identity theft. According to documents filed in Arizona, this happened over a period of 4 years. So like I said, greed clearly got the best of them and their luck ran out. Looking at some of the comments on this story, Snare writes, 70 months for $23 million. Solid deal if you can hide that money from being seized, in my opinion. Naturally, you're not going to hide the mansion, but hundreds of thousands, even $1 million of jewelry can be hidden or given to accomplices to hold on to until you're out. Heck, some people have literally buried cash underground and then dug it out. Frogweiser writes, I would take that deal any day of the week. Damien writes, that's $4 million a year of jail. And underneath him, Hoagie writes, $23 million for 6 years in prison, and the actual time served will probably be 3 years. Sign me up. Here's a commenter who's actually experienced these guys' scam. He writes, I've known about this forever because they'd claim I used their music in my videos, and since fighting it is a huge pain in the butt, I'd just delete any video they claimed. And that's an important point to remember here. This isn't just about taking some money from YouTube, which is a multi-billion-dollar company. There are actual individuals extremely burdened by these scams. We're still waiting on the second individual, Batista's sentencing, which is set for August, but we can expect something similar, although perhaps slightly worse, as he had a more leading role in the operation. What's fascinating and also very confusing is that these individuals had the skill and frankly intellect to set up a massive content farming system, hire employees, and ultimately make a multi-million-dollar operation, but their scam was so visible. Their videos were getting hundreds of millions of views, literally millions and millions of people staring directly at their scam, hosted on a website owned by the most powerful internet company on the planet, and they thought they could get away with it for going on half a decade. Now, if you found this video interesting, please support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribe to catch all the interesting stories and news so that you can stay informed and have interesting things to talk about on your next date. My name's Ryan. This is News Rye. I'll see you in the next one.